Welcome back to a video. This is what if BFB didn't split. I don't want to waste time, so let's just get started. So BFB 17 will still have a debut, and let's be honest, there's no way it's not Winner. And I think Winner will be joining Beep because how small Beep is. So I think Free Food will be the team that's up for elimination this episode. First two safe are Eraser and Marker, then Fries and Bal. This is probably the most predictable bottom three ever. Well, let's just get over why everyone's here. First, Yellowface is here because of the most obvious reasons. Non-objects do terrible in vote to eliminate, with Yellowface normally getting the bottom half in vote to eliminate. Puffball, people are just stupid for some reason haven't forgiven her over what she did in BFDIA, even though that was like 8 years ago at this point. And Foley is just hated because of what she did to Irons. But I'm gonna be real. I think the first one safe out of these three will be Puffball. Now it's our bottom two, Yellowface and Foley. I've already gone over why they're in the bottom two because they're easily the most hated in the team. But I'm gonna be real. I think Yellowface is 100% safe. The reason why I think Foley's eliminated is because at this time she was probably the most hated character in the left in the game. Next to maybe some other people, but she's definitely for sure the most hated character in this team. I think Yellowface, like, yeah, sure he's a non-object, but he has like nothing else like not going for him. Like, he's just a non-object. That's the only reason why he's this low. So I think Foley is eliminated. I think better name than that will be the next team you have up for elimination. The first one safe are Blocky and Tennis Ball, followed by Basketball and TV. And Robot Flower will be escaping the bottom three. Now it's the bottom two, Grassy and Golf Ball. I know Grassy being in the bottom two might be a hot take, but the reason why I think Grassy will be in the bottom two is because I feel like Grassy was getting a lot of hate around this time, and I think he will be responsible for his team losing, or at least somewhat responsible. Also, back in the day, I think a lot of people found his voice annoying, and this is also before he had a dynamic with Snowball, which got him really loved. Now, like, at this point, he's kind of just like Grassy, who's kind of just a cute character. Golf Ball's here. Do I really need to explain why? Everyone just finds her annoying for some reason, even though she's like one of the funniest characters in the show. But I think the person that will be eliminated is Grassy. The reason why I think Golf Ball will be safe over Grassy is because I feel like Golf Ball is going to do more stuff than Grassy, and people might vote Grassy to save Golf Ball, because I think Golf Ball is going to be really important in these next couple episodes. Well, Grassy, all he will do is just sabotage his team on accident, so I think Grassy is eliminated. I don't know if that's a hot take that Grassy gets eliminated over TV, but yeah. I think Death Pact will be up for elimination. Let's be honest, their losing streak and their winning streak is so long. Oh my god. First one safe are Pin and Remote, then Tree and Black Hole. Now it's our very predictable bottom three: Pillow, Pie, and Bottle. These three are easily the most disliked in the team. But I'm going to say a hot take here. I think Pie will be the first one safe after this group. I think Pie's going to have a lot of really good episodes in the future and become way less disliked. So I think Pie's the first safe in the bottom three. Now it's our bottom two. I truly don't know who's getting out here, but I think the flaws are basically have like kind of like the same amount of flaws. With Bottle's flaw being that she's just a silly, goofy character who doesn't do that much, and at the time most people found annoying. And Pillow, she didn't really have a key character trait, with her character kind of being inconsistent, but the one I think is safe is Bottle. I think Pillow will be eliminated because I think Bottle is slightly more liked than Pillow, and Pillow's like just doesn't really have a personality at this point because it's like before Teapot and all that, and I don't think she will have a personality at this point. So I think Pillow is eliminated. I think this episode will be a rejoin, and there's too many people for me to actually like go over it. So I'm just gonna say who I think will rejoin. I think Loser will be rejoining the game, and I'm so positive that he's gonna be rejoining. That's one of the reasons why I didn't bother going specifics with the like who will rejoin. I think the only competition Loser has is Pencil. Even that, I don't think is even that close. First off, Loser got top 2 last elimination, and that's already a good sign. And also, Win is back in the game, and that's 100% going to give him a boost up in votes. And with Leafy fans, I think Leafy fans will vote Loser to rejoin because like he's also a nice character. So I think Loser's 100% rejoining the game, and I think Loser will join better name than that. I think this will be a really big shift. I think there will be double eliminations and they will change to vote to save. And I think the 2 teams losing will be some of the bigger teams, which are 8 names and the losers. First 2 safe are Lollipop and Taco, then Book and Teardrop, and the one that's escaping the bottom 3 is Saw. I know this might be a hot take, but I think Saw will survive because I feel like Saw was pretty popular around this point. With I know for a fact like should have been for some reasons a lot of people's top 10. I think I feel like this is will be before Saw will start becoming irrelevant. I think her 8 gimmick will actually give her some votes. So I think Saw will actually be escaping the bottom 2. Now we have our bottom 2, Ice Cube and Gaily. I'm being honest, I think this bottom 2 might be a hot take, but here's why. Ice Cube, I think she just doesn't do that well in vote to save with her normally getting bottom 2, but I think she'll have a bit going on with the book arc. And Gaily, I'm gonna say she was a pretty boring character in BFB. She had like next to no personality. You could be like, well, she does pretty good in Teapot with the vote to save, with her actually getting quite high in most of her eliminations. I'm gonna say this is a theory of mine. I think she would have been dead in her first elimination if it wasn't for her friendship with 2. I think her friendship with 2 carries her hard, and obviously I don't think she'll be friends with 4. So I think she'll definitely end up in the bottom 2. And the person I think will be eliminated is Gaity, which means Ice Cube, you're safe. I just can't see a world where Gaity survives one more elimination on this team. If she's lucky, she could survive this, but honestly, I doubt that as well. First 2 safe are Pin and Leafy, then Fiery and Coiny, and I think Clock and Needle will be escaping the bottom 2. Now, in my opinion, we have one of the more predictable bottom 2s, but you could argue Needle might be here instead. But I'm just gonna be so real. This elimination is so predictable. I think Iggy is 100% dead here. Like, I don't think there's a chance that anyone else is going. Sure, there's like a small chance that Cake might go instead of Iggy, but Iggy is so unbelievably dead here. Iggy does terrible in vote to eliminate and vote to save. The fact that, Iggy's so dead. Let's just cut to the chase. Iggy's eliminated. I think Death Pact and Free Food will be up for elimination. I think Pen and Black Hole will be the first 2 safe, and Tree and Remote will be the next 2 safe. Now it's our bottom 2, Bottle and Pie, the two least popular people in the team by far, and the 2 that are probably the most likely to go out in Death Pact besides Pillow, in my opinion. But let's just get the pros and cons with both of them. Bottle's pros is that she probably has a stronger personality than Pie. Her con is that she probably doesn't do that much. Pie's pro is that I think Pie's actually gonna have do a lot in these more recent episodes maybe, but con is that frankly her personality is not that loud. But the person I think will be safe, I know this is such a hot take, and I know this is such a hot take, but I think Pie will actually be the next one safe. I think Bottle will be eliminated. I think at this time, Bottle wasn't even that light. I feel like Pie could just barely squeeze past Bottle. So Bottle, you're eliminated. First 2 safe are Yellowface and Marker, then Fries and Bell. Okay, before you guys start yelling at me for a race to be in the bottom 2, let me explain. I think everyone Free Food has now got an established personality, all the newbies, so I think they would get actually quite a bit of votes and vote to save. And he is easily the least popular in his little friend group, with him literally being up for elimination with Penn, who would definitely take like over half his votes. So I think Eraser will 100% end up in the bottom 2. That's why. So please don't yell at me for having Eraser be in the bottom 2. And Purple, I think she's self-explanatory. She lost a huge chunk of her fan base after BFDIA 5, and she's not really recovered. And I think Fries will take up most of her votes. But the one I think is eliminated is Puffball. I think Eraser is 100% safe, which means Puffball, you're eliminated. With that, this is the end of the video. See you guys in part 2, where there will be a team swap and all that. So have a good day, rest of your day, guys. Bye. Also, don't forget to comment if you what you think would have happened if BFB didn't split, because I need engagement. Anyway, see ya.